Don't miss the tea. Subscribe now.
Sarah, you need to sit down for this. I have got myself into the most catastrophic situation. You know my neighbor, Brenda from 2B, the one with the 2 little kids. Well, on Friday, I came home from work to find all of her stuff piled on the grass. The sofa, the TV, garbage bags overflowing with clothes. She was standing in the middle of it all, sobbing. The sheriff had just evicted them. My stupid, bleeding heart went out to her. She told me this whole sob story about how her ex bylaid on rent and a friend had offered her a room, but she had no way to move her things. She looked at me with these big, pleading eyes and begged me to help her drive a U-Haul. And what did your ridiculously naive best friend say? I told her I would. So I agreed to help my evicted neighbor Brenda drive a U-Haul. We get to the rental place, and the guy asks for a license and a credit card. Brenda starts fumbling in her purse, then her face just crumples. She whispers that in all the chaos, her wallet must have been stolen or packed away. Her ID, her cards, everything gone. Sarah, every alarm bell in my body went off at once, screaming at me to run. But then she started crying again, right there in the office. She swore on her kids' lives she would pay me back the second they were moved. She just looked so broken, and I kept picturing her 2 little kids sleeping on the street. I hesitated for a solid 10 seconds, but I caved. I pulled out my wallet. Despite my gut screaming at me not to, I used my own credit card to rent the U-Haul for my neighbor, Brenda. I was now the sole responsible party. The next few hours were a blur of chaos as we hauled every last one of her possessions into that truck. We packed it to the absolute brim. The whole time, she's calling me her guardian angel. Finally, around 9 p.m., we slam the big door shut. I'm exhausted, keys in my hand, and I ask, "Okay, where are we headed?" This is where it all went wrong. She gets a weird look on her face and says she has to quickly meet a friend to get the storage unit key and the cash to pay me back. She told me to hang tight for 30 minutes, that she'd be right back. Then she turned the corner and disappeared. Brenda said she'd be back in 30 minutes. She left her kids with me and walked away. An hour went by. I texted her. No reply. Another hour passed. I tried calling, straight to voicemail. My stomach was in knots. I was standing on a dark street with 2 sleeping children and a U-Haul truck that was legally my responsibility. I finally had to call their grandmother, who gave me a look like this was a regular occurrence. Now it's Sunday. I haven't heard a word. Her phone is off. I think she blocked me. I already paid to extend the rental once, and it expires tonight. I can't afford it again. The sob story, the lost wallet, it was all a scam to get a sucker to move her stuff. And now I'm trapped with it. So please tell me, what on God's green earth am I supposed to do now?